Hey, and welcome to another edition of the Transformatorium show, live from one of the biggest collections in the world, the Transformatorium. As always, I'm your host, Big Angry Trev, with my excellent co-host, Orion. Okay, and today we are looking at something very cool. We are looking at the new, it's not Power of the Primes, Age of the Primes toys. So, and two more have just been released. As you can see here, we've got the beautiful Primer, very first Transformer ever, depending on the continuity. They're holding his matrix of leadership on his sword and everything else. But we're going to be unboxing two more today. Orion, who are we unboxing? Megatronus. Let's have a look at Megatronus. He's a big fella. He is a big fella with a very shiny plastic there. Hold it. So he's looking very cool. So as you can see there, he's going to be a redo of a previous Megatron toy. So, but if we have a look at the artwork, we've got someone else similar. Could you pass... Go over there, Prime. Could you pass the Fallen over to me, please? Rightio. So this is back from Dreamwave and the Titanium series. As you see, look at him there, and he does look very similar. I would have liked to see him have a tank mode like that, to be honest. Double tank mode. But yes, you got your Fallen there.
I'm sure if we could, there's other guns. Well, there's more guns on the top of this tank mode according to the box.
Oh yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So really, this is only the second Megatronus / the Fallen toy of this ilk. There have been other ones from other continuities and so on. Right, so we're going to be opening Megatronus. Who's the other fella? Well, I shouldn't say fella, should I? I should say lady. Who was it? And we're going to be opening Solus Prime. And she's looking pretty cool there too. As you see, Solus Prime is deluxe class. And Megatronus is leader class. And then, of course, we have Primer, who we opened a couple of months ago, and he will be Voyager class. So really, they're spreading out. What do you think Megatronus is going to be? Do you think he might be like a Scout class or something?
Well, he might be, but if you look inside of this box, we don't know how accurate it is. He does look a bit shorter than Solus, but we don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah, for all we know, yeah, the artwork might not match up to the toys themselves.
Because they might think it might look a bit silly if they have just
a toy there. Say that again, I couldn't hear, mate.
It might look a bit silly having Megatronus next to all the 13 primes.
That's right. And back a toy there. Okay, let's get unboxing. And here we go, they are unboxed, and don't they look awesome? So we've got the first three of the, mythical, fabled 13 primes. So we've got, who is he?
Primer.
Primer. We've got Primer here at the front, and there we have just unboxed Megatronus and Solus. So let's have a look at these two, and I think we'll start with Solus first. Now she's the smallest, she's a deluxe, and you were saying you found her a bit hard to pose to get her to stand up.
I feel like she needed a secondary weapon like a gun to help.
Well, you think that might have helped her balance? Yep. Right, yeah. And as you can see, look, she's quite a nice figure there. She's got her, fabled Forge of Solus Prime. Apparently can create absolutely anything. First female Transformer ever, a female of the 13 primes. Now, one thing she's got, I have to say, I don't like, and it's not just on her, it's any Transformer that has them. I know they've got these traditional, like, I don't even know the name of them, like Battle Flap or something, like Chun-Li out of Street Fighter or something. So, and I know it's supposed to represent something like that, and I've got a couple of different Transformers that have got it. For me, it just never works on Transformers because it doesn't look like a flap of material hanging down. It feels like a great big piece of their out mode is sticking from their crotch and going downwards. So I get it. I get why it's on there. I just don't like it personally.
The forge was actually the thing that created the Star Saber, which Prime is holding.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So, overall, I think she's well proportioned. I really think there's quite a lot of nice detail there in the face. I think the colouring's good. I do like the forge, you know, and we've got a few forges now. I've got a few from the Prime toys. Yeah, that flap is the only thing I don't like. And she's got pointy elf shoes. I don't know what's going on with the pointy elf shoes. But besides that, I think she's pretty good. Can we compare her to some other female Transformers there? Okay, so if we compare her size, she's approximate size there. That size. So maybe Thrilling 30 Chromie is a bit bigger, but if we go and we compare her to the others, yeah, she looks pretty good. So overall, not bad. I'm going to wait to pass judgment on her until I've transformed her, and she's got quite a complicated transformation for someone who's a deluxe size, but we'll see what happens. It could be very enjoyable to do. Yeah, and I do like her. It's just the pointy elf shoes and the battle flap, or I'm sure someone can leave in the comments what that's actually called. Right, so let's put Solus to the side and let's look at the big fella. Let's look at Megatron. And oh, he's just brilliant. He just looks awesome. And he comes with so much weaponry. So he's got his big
cannon.
Cannon. So Requiem Blaster, I think it was called.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So he's got that. If we look over here, he's got a little missile launcher on the shoulder. He's got another cannon over here. And he's covered in 5mm ports. So really, these can be put anywhere. They can be stored on the back, can store everything else. So you can see he's got a spear, and this can all be separated into two separate hand weapons. So he's got like a sword and a spear on the other end, a bit like Sandy from Monkey Magic. And he's got these cool flames. And the flames do make it for me. The flames really, it gives it that feeling he had in Dreamwave, where he's just got this infernal fire going on, and it really sets off in here. I would have liked to see, these are yellow, I would have liked to see them more orange. I would have liked to, like the furnace inside him is what's causing all these flames, because these are really a yellow / pale orange. A darker orange to suit these would have gone well, but overall, I think he's magnificent looking. I really do. Can we compare him to another Megatronus? Okay, so here we've got Megatronus / the Fallen / whoever he is from Robots in Disguise 2015. And of course, this one is a much simpler toy. But as you see, this one also comes with the spear at the end, so I like how they've tried to keep the weapon very similar there. As you can see, those two put together. And, you know, it's blacks with some dark purples, blacks with some slightly brighter purples there. So they're slowly making it, he's one of those primes that's looked different in each continuity. He looked very different in the Netflix cartoon. He looked different in the Revenge of the Fallen movie. He's looked different in different comics. But I like this. I think this is so far the best Megatronus toy I've seen going forward. So if we can, I'll tell you what, if I pop that on, can you just get us some different Prime toys? Let's just compare how our three newcomers compare to some of the other Primes. And these other Primes aren't the original 13 Primes, of course. And they are from different toy lines, but, yeah, they're still Primes. We can still have a look. So who else have we got? So we've got Sentinel Prime, who looks like Astro Train with a sunburn. We've got Nova Prime. I love this toy. This toy's awesome. I love the Nova Prime toy. Who else have we got? Optimus Prime, which of course is going to turn out, if you have read the Covenant of Primes, you can know he was one of the original 13 Primes. He just forgot. Now let's get Solus up the front there. Well, we do have quite a lot of different Primes, don't we? Who else have we got? Alpha Trion. So, and then, of course, we've got Vector Prime. And this is the original Vector Prime toy from the Cybertron cartoon. I did not end up getting the latest one that came out because I figured, and I reckon I'll be proven right on that the latest Vector Prime toy to come out will be just recoloured for the Age of Prime's line. Could be wrong, might be wrong. I don't reckon I will be.
Well,
So, Orion, what do you think overall? Our 3 new Primes, particularly Megatronus and Solus, what do you think of their robot modes overall?
I think they're really good. It's just, yes, the thing on Solus Prime does make it really hard to pose from the point of view of someone who's trying to pose.
Yeah, because Orion, whereas I all my toys are set up very just so. Orion likes to put them in battle poses that far outweigh anything I can do. All right, awesome. Well, we've had a look at these new guys compared to each other, compared to the new Primes. Let's see what they look like transformed. Here we have Megatronus and Solus in their vehicle modes. Now, I will say the transformations for both, I think there was one frustrating bit with Solus, getting these bits to clip over, if you can see these bits here. And there wasn't really much frustrating with Megatronus. And I will say, I thought he was a straight redo of Megatrons from the past. I was wrong, because there was a lot of new stuff to that transformation that wasn't in the Megatrons. A lot of old stuff too, but a lot of new stuff. So if we have a look at Solus there, so she's a, you know, what will you call it? A Cybertronian truck?
I'd say more of a ute.
A ute? I know, but she's got nowhere to store stuff in the back. Possibly, though.
Maybe one of those covered utes.
That's it.
Right.
And her forge affixes to the side there. There's a little bit on the back. And she doesn't look too bad. She rolls pretty well. She's not too bad. But once again, the star of the show is Megatronus. Look at that. What an awesome looking tank. So he's got weapons up here, he's got weapons up here, he can attach his spear thing to the side, you can put the flames all over it. The flames don't have to be on there, of course. But he felt really good to transform. He feels really big and chunky in the hand. He feels like a leader class. He feels like you've got your money's worth with him. And there's all these spikes on the front, spikes on the sides. He's just... That's an awesome Cybertronian tank. I love it. I love it. What do you reckon of these two?
I think it's really good. The one thing I'd say is he... Oh, wait, he can roll?
Yeah, he rolls.
Oh, he can roll.
He can roll.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got...
I didn't think he could roll.
No, so he's got little wheels.
Oh.
So if you look here, he's got little wheels there and there. So, yeah, no, they can both roll well. Right, and yeah, if you want to see, if we can want to have a look at him without the flames, we can take those off to the side. Just,
I think he looks a lot more Megatron even without the flames.
That's it, but that's still a nice looking Cybertronian tank, isn't it? Again, really just a beautiful figure, really good. So righto, okay. So we've had a bit of another look at a primer, but we've unboxed today Solus and Megatronus. Orion, final thoughts. What do you think of these two toys?
I feel like with Megatronus, you can have one criticism. There's a gap between that. I just wish like there was a way to attach something between that instead of having that gap.
Show the
gap.
Oh, there we go.
That gap just frustrates me.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time,
You won't be able to swivel.
yeah, look at the swivel it gives it. Look at that, 360 swivel. I know what you mean about the gap, but I like the fact that it allows him to swivel. What's your thoughts on Solus?
They should have removed these parts so I could do a wheelie.
Okay, fair enough. But again, she rolls well. So, overall, I'm pretty happy with the 3 Age of Prime figures we've got so far. It's lovely to finally have toys of Primer and Solus, official ones for the first time. Of course, this is way down the list for Megatronus. We've had lots of Megatronus figures.
This is like his fifth that we have. This is the fifth one.
If we count ones from, if you count movies and and everything
movies,
else, yeah.
That'd be like six then. Movies.
So,
how many reverse ones do we have?
I
know we've got one.
Yeah, we've got the one.
So that'd be a sixth.
That's right. But at any rate, I reckon he's the best so far. So if you're someone that likes to at least have one of every Transformers character, then these two are definitely worth picking up. And they're good toys in their own right. But if you're just after a really solid quality toy, get yourself a Megatronus. He's good stuff. All right, that's it from us. So this has been Big Angry Trev with
Ori
in the Transformatorium. Make sure you mash that like button and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.